Check 1 2. Check 1 2. And a big good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to baseball as we're coming to you live from historic Bancroft Memorial Park tonight. Right now, 6:16 Central Standard Time p.m. here in a bit of a cold and windy night here in late June in Bancroft, Iowa. As is the voice of the Bandits, Mitchell Kieran, bringing you the start of Week 4 action of the Pioneer Collegiate Baseball League as your Bancroft Bandits tonight play host once again to the rival Albert Lee Lakers. Tonight, your Bandits come in with an overall record 8-2, a league high 8 wins, coming in against a league bottom record of 3-9 is the Albert Lee Lakers. However, they were able to pick up their third victory on the year at Hike Field. The last time the Bandits met up with the Lakers against tonight's starting pitcher, Drew Maravich, picking up the W there. Doing a good job shutting down the Bandits. And the Bandits will be once again putting on the mound left-hander out of Clark University, Dante Glover, looking for revenge against that loss to the Lakers just this last week. But coming off of last week, despite that one loss, the Bandits otherwise looked very strong with another highlight reel pitching performance from Niall Ball, which saw 15 strikeouts and 8 complete innings pitched, and a 1-0 classic victory over the Carroll Merchants. The Lakers also played the Bandits here at Memorial Park to start off week number 3, which the Bandits held on to a crushing 15-0 victory, and the Bandits rounded out their weekend last week with a 6-1 victory over the Fort Dodge Gypsum Miners, which we saw Austin Atwood as the reigning player of the game coming into tonight's contest. We also have updated stats, which we have 7 total Bancroft Bandits batters hitting with a batting average of over 300, and 5 of them will be featured in tonight's lineup. However, also out of tonight's lineup, but for the first time in a few days, in a few games that is, Lance Russell will be suiting up. However, he will not be in the starting lineup, still trying to nurse a bit of a nagging leg. I don't want to call it an injury, as obviously it only took him out of just about 2 games. However, he is suited up, so we should be expecting to see Lance Russell back in the order sooner rather than later, as he has the top of the team's offensive stats in many categories. 14 hits and 26 at-bats, which equals out a team-high 538 batting average, 4 doubles, and 11 RBIs. All of those also team highs. So we're obviously excited to see Lance Russell back in uniform. However, he will be out of tonight's starting lineup. But also coming into tonight's lineup at the cleanup spot as a designated hitter will be making his debut tonight in the gray and purple for Bancroft will be Ivan Melendez, a 6'3", 240-pound freshman out of Odessa College and his hometown in El Paso, Texas, making his debut tonight in Bancroft. This past spring, he dominated in his freshman year with a .411 batting average, 17 home runs, and a whopping 70 RBIs. And just this past week with the Bancroft Bandits, once again with an extended week of no games of about 4 total days, they were able to hold an inter-squad scrimmage, which we saw Ivan Melendez finally come into town and actually smack one out of the park. So we're hoping he can obviously translate that into tonight's game in the debut. However, we might not be seeing any long balls, as at least up here in the Crow's Nest, this wind might be comparable to something out of the Wizard of Oz. But nevertheless, temperatures are dipping in the lower 60s, and winds are going up to miles per hour, reaching in the 30s with gusts up in the 40s. So might not seem that powerful, but if you can check out the netting on your viewing screens, it without a doubt will play a giant factor in today's game, blowing straight in from the outfield. So with that, with 3 weeks under our belt, Bancroft once again with an overall record of 8-2, a league-high 8 wins. So they're obviously vying for that top seed once we reach playoff time in late July. So we were able to sit down before the game with our head coach, Michael Kieran, and assistant Jacob Van Vact to reflect on the 8-2 start to the summer, as well as preview tonight's matchup against the visiting Albert Lee Lakers. Standing here now with our Bancroft Bandits coaches, Michael Kieran and Jacob Van Vact. So guys, we're about ready to start week 4 of the 2019 summer season. And to reflect, Bancroft sitting at a league-high 8 wins and 2 losses. Sitting pretty good in the league. Why don't we just go ahead and summarize the first 3 weeks of action what we've seen in baseball this far?
It's been some ups and some downs. I think overall we've pitched really well. I think we've played really good defense. And the 2 games we lost, we didn't play good defense. So that's kind of been For us, telltale sign if we're going to win or not is if we play good defense. We're starting to swing it a little bit better. I think we're having more quality at bats, and I think this week I'm really excited to see the lineup, and I think this week looks pretty good for us.
So why don't we go ahead and preview tonight's game against the Alberley Lakers. 3 wins already taken from them, but 1 loss probably shouldn't have happened. And Jake, why don't we reflect on who we're supposed to see out of pitching tonight?
Yep. So we're going to throw Dante again. He struggled last time. He hurt himself in the first inning, and he actually only went 2 in that game. So hopefully we get a better outing from him. With the conditions today, again, we're just going to attack, and then we'll give it off to our leverage guy, Austin Atwood.
All right, you also have yet another debuting batter coming in tonight, designated hitter and cleanup hitter, Ivan Melendez. Anything to expect from him tonight? What kind of player he is?
He's very competitive. He's a guy that kind of talks with his actions. He swings a really good bat. He'll eventually play some third and first for us, but tonight, just being the first game, we just wanted to worry about one side of the ball and just focus on hitting. He's going to be a really big part of our team, hitting in the middle of our order, and hopefully he can give us some pop.
All right, thanks, guys. Good luck tonight.
Thank you.
So once again, Dante Glover on the mound to start tonight for the Bancroft Bandits. And despite that rough start, which he might have tweaked an ankle on the mound at Hike Field, he is back 100%, ready to go tonight. In 3 appearances and 2 starts, he has an overall record of 1-1, an ERA of 4.27, and in 6 1/3 innings pitched, he has struck out 11 batters and given up 7 walks, 6 total runs, but only 3 of them earned, and only 4 total base hits. So we're obviously hoping for another quick turnaround from another one of our starters, Dante Glover out of Clark University in Las Vegas, Nevada, here tonight. The left-hander once again going toe-to-toe with a reliever out of Aurora University, Drew Maravich. So we got the umpires and the coaches down at home plate, and we're just about set. About 23 minutes from now from the first pitch here. Not a great turnout, but obviously that might be expected, as this is not a late June kind of baseball game that you would see in any baseball park capacity. But with that, let's go ahead and meet the starting lineups first for the visiting Alberley Lakers. Coming into tonight's contest with an overall record of 3-9, led by head coach Nate DeShane. Leading things off at a left field will be number 16, Preston Godfrey. Batting second, the shortstop, number 22, Sam Huska. Batting third out of center field, number 19, Brad Morris. Batting cleanup in the first baseman, number 30, Jacob McKeon. Batting fifth, the right fielder, number 8, Levi Davidson. Batting sixth at third base, number 13, Austin Portner. Batting seventh and behind the dish, doing the catching, number 26, Jacob Kaiser. Batting eighth, the designated hitter, number 15, Sam Steinmeier. Rounding out the lineup, hitting ninth at second base, number 6, Trey Rogers. Once again, starting pitcher, number 14, Drew Maravich. Now the starting lineup for your hometown Bancroft Bandits. Overall record 8-2, led by head coach Michael Kieran, assisted by Jacob Van Vactor. Leading things off out of right field will be number 11, Aaron Cowboy Mason. Batting second at second base, number 22, Daniel Hernandez. Batting third out of center field, number 4, Adrian Torres. Making his debut tonight in the cleanup spot at the designated hitter position, number 34, Ivan Melendez. Batting fifth out of left field, number 8, Abel Pena. Batting sixth at third base, number 18, Tommy Reyes Cruz. Batting seventh, doing the catching, number 2, Tyler Boggs. Batting eighth at shortstop, number 12, Sean Ross. Batting ninth at first base, number 3, Julian Galindo. Once again, on the mound for the Bandits, number 5, a left-hander, Dante Glover. So with that, we're just a few moments away. When we come back, we'll have the officials' announcements of the starting lineups, as well as the national anthem. And we'll bring that to you right now.
Pioneer Collegiate Baseball League game between the Elderly Lakers and your Bancroft Bandits. Our game today is sponsored by Aluma. We would like to welcome Aluma employees and friends to the Bandit game. Our first 100 paid admission to receive free popcorn from PFI Algona. Thank you to our sponsors. They help us to bring Bandit baseball to Cassuth County. We hope that you have a safe and enjoyable experience in tonight's game. We remind you to please be respectful and courteous of others so that they can share in the fun and excitement that is Bandit baseball. A stadium can be a fun and exciting place to run and explore for our smaller fans. We ask that fans keep an eye on your children at all times. For those fans visiting Bancroft Memorial Park for the first time, smoking is prohibited in all areas of the stadium. We ask that all smoking take place outside the gates. Thank you for your cooperation in this matter. Restroom areas are located just north of the entrance area. The concession stand is located next to the entrance. Wristbands are required for anyone purchasing or drinking alcoholic beverages. You must be 21 to purchase or consume alcohol. You'll be able to get your wristbands at the concession stand. Next to the third base dugout, you'll be able to purchase your favorite band merchandise. You can also purchase your band merchandise at the Silent Station in Bancroft. Please return all foul balls to the concession stand area. You'll receive a foul ball ticket to be used at the concession stand. You need all foul balls returned so the game can continue. All proceeds, including sales of food and beverages, along with merchandise, will be used to improve Bancroft Memorial Park. Be sure to hold on to the raffle ticket you receive as a gate, as you may be a lucky winner during tonight's game. Celebrate your special day with us. Let us know that birthday, anniversary, or special accomplishment. We'll be happy to announce during the game. Tonight's lineup, leading off for the Lakers, number 16, the left fielder, Preston Godfrey. Batting second, the shortstop, number 22, Sam Huska. Batting third, the center fielder, number 19, Brad Morris. Batting fourth, the first baseman, number 30, Jacob McKeon. Batting fifth, the right fielder, number 8, Levi Davidson. Batting sixth, the third baseman, number 13, Austin Portner. Batting seventh, the catcher, number 26, Jacob Kaiser. Batting eighth, the designated hitter, number 15, Sam Steinmeier. Batting ninth, second baseman, number 6, Trey Rogers. Pitching tonight, number 14, Drew Maravich. And now your lineup for your Bancroft Bandits. Leading off, playing right field, number 11, Aaron Cowboy Mason. Batting second, the second baseman, number 22, Daniel Greg Hernandez. Batting third, the center fielder, number 4, Adrian Torres. Batting fourth, the designated hitter, number 34, Ivan Melendez. Batting fifth, the left fielder, number 8, Abel Pina. Batting sixth, the third baseman, number 18, Dami Tomito Reyes Cruz. Batting seventh, the catcher, number 2, Tyler Boggs. Batting eighth, the shortstop, number 12, Sean The Rock Ross. Batting ninth, the first baseman, number 3, Julian Baby Jules Galindo. Pitching tonight, number 5, Dante Glover. Please now remove your caps and stand for the national anthem.
Welcome back to Memorial Park as we're just a few moments away from the first pitch here. And the start of the top of the first inning here from Memorial Park. Once again, your Bancroft Bandits, the hometown team tonight, against the visiting Albert Lee Lakers. Taking his spot on the rubber left-hander out of Clark University, Dante Glover, making his fourth appearance and third start of the summer here. This will be his second start at Memorial Park. And his first start here at Memorial Park picked up the victory over the Fort Dodge Gypsum Miners, striking out 7 through 4 innings, picking up the victory. You'll have Tyler Boggs behind the dish tonight. And due up for the Lakers first will be left fielder number 16, Preston Godfrey out of Central Arizona.
Leading off for the Lakers, left fielder number 16, Preston Godfrey.
So the Bancroft faithful continues to pile in and find their seats here, so not a bad turnout for the less than desirable conditions here at Memorial Park. And Glover goes in the windup from the first pitch, and we're underway as a fastball rides high out of the zone for a ball. Get things going here. The added wind at the back of Glover might add a little bit more velo as he already sits high 80s and can touch the low 90s, but it's got to get the pitches down. As early on in the count, he finds himself down 2 balls, no strikes. And a hitter's count to start off Godfrey. Third pitch of the at-bat, high and away for ball 3. So the wind continues to play a vicious factor here today, as it's already ball 4, and Glover going to have to reset early after giving Godfrey a free 90. 4 pitches and 4 balls, and Glover now going to have to go from the stretch as we'll go right into our number 2 batter for the Lakers, Sam Huska, number 22, playing shortstop tonight. Here's the first pitch of the at-bat, and this one over the heart of the plate for strike 1. So Glover going to finally get comfortable in the zone here. Now he's just going to have to get familiar with it. The 0-1 count as he comes set from the stretch. And just a quick pick over attempt as Godfrey slides back in there safely at first. Second pitch of the at-bat on the way, and a swing and a miss from Sam Huska. So after 4 straight balls, he gets way ahead in the count of Sam Huska, an 0-2. Godfrey on at first, no outs. To the second hitter of the day. From the stretch with the 0-2, and he's going to sit him down in 3 pitches. See you later. Backwards K, strike 3 to Sam Huska. So after walking the leadoff batter in 4 pitches, Glover quickly resets and sits down Huska in 3. So 1 down here, still a runner on first. And Glover still going from the stretch. Not a bad spot right there, trying to paint the outside part of the plate. But it's going to be missing for ball 1. Up now, the number 3 hitter and center fielder, number 19, Brad Morris. One of the premier bats in the Lakers lineup, as he typically finds himself in the order in the 3-hole for Albert Lee. Already a pair of home runs this summer. And as well, accompanying a lot of power in the cleanup spot on deck, Jacob McKeon. A home run in last game at Hike Field. Here's the 1-1, and he gets him chasing upstairs for strike 2. After the walk, Glover trying to quickly attack the Laker hitters here early on. With 1 down, here's a 1-2 count to Morris. And the pitch from Glover. Swung on, and Morris just flicks this out of play the other way. Foul ball. Still alive in the count here as Morris steps back in. Godfrey takes his lead at first. Count still 1-2. The pitch, and another foul ball from Morris. Glover still attacking the zone here to the right-hander Morris. And he kicks and fires. Somehow missing on the inside part of the plate as Morris just flinches, but holds off for ball 2. Not sure where that one missed, but Glover going to quickly come set again, has the pitch, and he fires. And Morris once again just getting a piece of it. And a marathon of an at-bat here with one down, runner on first. It's going to be a very tough day for the hitters here today. Ferocious winds just blowing in from the outfield. Here's the 2-2, and Morris gets popped up the other way. Galindo races towards it, but it's going to go out of play. And a lot of obstacles in the way for Julian Galindo. But he evades them, but it'll still be a foul ball. Morris working the 9th pitch of the at-bat here as him and Glover continue to battle. The count still 2-2. Off speed, and Morris pops up once again the other way. Galindo races towards it, and it's drifting away, and Galindo makes the grab. And the umpire very quick to say he's over the white line and out of play. So nevertheless, second life here for Brad Morris as he continues to do battle with Dante Glover. And here's the 2-2. Right down the pipe and missing for ball 3. A full count. A marathon of an at-bat as Godfrey takes off for second, but Morris once again flicks off another pitch. Just waves the tip of the bat at it. Just getting a piece of it to the backstop. The 3-2 count. Godfrey takes off once again, and Morris inside outs the pitch the other way as Godfrey rounds second. And a hit and run pays off with a full count as it's the first base hit of the day to Brad Morris. As Daniel Hernandez took off to cover second base. Morris just getting the neck of the bat on the ball, fisting it the other way through the 3-4 hole in the right field. So we now got runners at first and third for the cleanup hitter, Jacob McKeon. First baseman out of Central Arizona. A lot of pop, a lot of size here for the first baseman. One down, and first pitch off speed. Buckles McKeon, watches it for strike 1. A ground ball could equal 2 here, but an 0-1 count from Glover and a big swing and a miss from McKeon for strike 2. Hard hit ball could spell trouble. Ground ball could spell 2. And here's the 0-2 from Glover, and he gets McKeon down swinging. Strike 3. That's his second here in the first. And Glover could get himself out of a jam here in the first. One runner in scoring position at third base. Brad Morris on at first. Still scoreless. Now we have 2 outs here, courtesy of a pair of strikeouts of Dante Glover. We'll now bring up the right fielder, number 8, Levi Davidson, with an RBI opportunity hanging in the balance. Here's first pitch of the at-bat, and Davidson Watch the lips of the Albert Lee dugout. He slaps this one the other way. Foul for strike one. So with that, we got an 0-1 count. Morris on at first, and that one going to paint the lower outside corner there for strike two to Davidson. Glover starting to get comfortable with the strike zone early on here, especially after walking Godfrey, the leadoff batter, in 4 pitches. He's now finding the zone, and well, the 0-2, and not sure where that pitch missed. Looks like it's just off the plate for ball one. Davidson even threw the back shoulder at the pitch. Still nothing. 1-2 count here. Glover looking to put the Lakers away here in the top of the first, and that time he will get Davidson check swinging and still holding off for ball two. No check from the other umpires. Levi Davidson with an early Christmas present there. 2-2 count, 2 down. And he grounds this one to Reyes Cruz at third, who makes the throw to Julian Galindo in time for out number 3. As the Lakers leave 2 runners stranded on 1 walk, 1 base hit, and no runs scored as we go to the bottom of the first, still scoreless. You're listening to Bandits Baseball from Memorial Park. So this will be the 4th time that the Bancroft Bandits will see right-hander Drew Maravich, as this is the 2nd time he's starting against the Bandits, first time at Memorial Park. As the right-hander of Aurora University takes his spot on the rubber. The Bandits coming to bat now, still scoreless here to start off the bottom of the first. Finding himself comfortable in the leadoff position will be Aaron Cowboy Mason, the right fielder, with a very good start to his summer season as the outfielder at Doane University comes into tonight's contest. Batting .371 with a whopping 12 for 12 stolen bases. Stealing the base on every attempt that he's on base, so obviously a lot of wheels on the base pass in the first pitch. Roped into center field, and it's going to be down for a leadoff single for Aaron Cowboy Mason. First pitch, and he drives it right back up the middle into center field. So with that, Aaron Mason now. So with that leadoff single, Aaron Mason now ties Lance Russell with 14 hits for the team high. 14 base hits for Bancroft. Will now bring up a .333 batter, Daniel Hernandez. 8 base hits in his first 24 at-bats as a Bandit. And the first pitch swung on. He's going to just bat this one out of the park. Foul. As Coach Kieran gives a sign from third. Hernandez, a right-handed batter of New Mexico Junior College, a future Rice Owl. As Maravich gets his pitch from the stretch. Nobody out, the 0-1, and off speed as Mason easily takes second base there. Works out perfectly. A curveball. I don't think Kaiser even saw Mason going on that one. I'm not sure he got a call from anybody in the infield. With that ball one, that'll even up the count 1-1 here as Mason goes into scoring position. The Bandits looking to strike first here in the bottom of the first. And here's the 1-1. Hernandez grounds this one towards third, but it goes foul. So that'll be strike two there. Hernandez now going to have to battle while he's behind in the count 1-2. So the 1-2 from Maravich, and Hernandez rips this one right at the shortstop, Sam Huska. Slides and makes the grab for out number one. A sharply hit line drive. And good awareness from Mason on the base paths to go right back to second on that one. A batted ball right in front of him. Could have spelled trouble as a double play potentially. Nevertheless, one down. Mason still in scoring position on at second to bring up the center fielder Adrian Torres, coming into tonight's contest with a batting average of .379, 11 for 29, a double, 2 triples, and 5 RBIs. As a first pitch curveball from Maravich finds its way in the zone for strike one. Torres watches it, steps right back in. Mason with an early steal. And he's going to be caught stoling and tagged at short by Sam Huska. So almost a heads-up base running play, and it backfires. It'll be the second out of the inning here as Torres steps back in the box. Now the base is empty with 2 down. And here's the 0-1 from Maravich, and it misses upstairs for ball one. Tough break there after Mason gets on with a single and another stolen base. A 1-1. They'll give the outside pitch to Maravich for strike two. As Torres knows Blues giving the outside for the Lakers here as he fends that one off on the 1-2 count. The 1-2 from Maravich, and Torres just flicks it away to the backstop. Another foul ball. Count remains 1-2. One-two from Maravich, and Torres hits this one in the air, and the wind kills it in shallow left center as Morris races to make the grab for out number 3. Bandits, no runs, no runners stranded on one hit as Maravich retires the side in order. Then we'll go to inning number 2 here from Memorial Park, still scoreless. You're listening to Bandits Baseball. We'll lead things off in the top of the second here with tonight's honorary beer batter, number 13, Austin Portner.
The beer batter, Austin Portner.
Portner tonight wearing number 13, batting 6th in the order, playing third base. So nobody on, nobody out here for Portner, leading things off for the Lakers. First pitch on the outside part of the zone for strike one. There's the 0-1 from the windup and off speed. Boggs will ride with this one outside for ball one. Count evens up at 1-1. The pitch, and Portner just fends it off out of the park, foul for strike two. As Glover works out in the count, 1 ball, 2 strikes here to the third baseman, Austin Portner. Here he goes from the windup. Portner once again just gets the tip of the bat on it. Another ball, foul. Glover still going from the wind, and the 1-2. And that off-speed pitch gets away from him outside, ball two. Count is deuces, and another outside pitch for ball three. So now we'll go to a full count here to the leadoff Portner here in the top of the second. The 3-2, and Portner pops up out of play, foul. The count's still full in the pitch, and Portner fends off another pitch. Drawing an 8-pitch at bat here against the left-hander Dante Glover. As the Bandit dugout hustling to get all these foul balls. Lakers doing a good job defending the plate tonight as Glover begins his wind, and the 3-2. Off speed, and he's just going to get a weak dribbler back up the middle, and Sean Ross will take it the rest of the way, and a ground out for out number one.
Next to bat for the Lakers, catcher number 26, Jacob Kaiser.
With one down, nobody on, we'll go to the catcher and number 7 hitter, number 26, Jacob Kaiser. Sefkin here, right-handed side. Following the ground out, here's the first pitch of the at-bat. Nice curveball on the outside part of the plate for strike one. Glover doing a good job executing, not giving up another leadoff walk. Back in the top of the first, but here's the 0-1. 2 pitches, 2 curveballs, and 2 strikes. So he works way ahead in the count here to the catcher, Jacob Kaiser. The sun's starting to poke through the overcast sky, but the wind still ferocious from the outfield. As Glover goes from the wind, the 0-2, and he's going to sit him down. Good morning, good afternoon, good night. Strikeout number 3 for Dante Glover here. Through an inning and 2/3 pitched here at Memorial Park. Glover sends another batter down looking. Go to the designated hitter here tonight for Albert Lee. Number 15, Sam Steinmeier. Number 8 hitter in the Albert Lee order. First pitch missing high, ball 1. Quickly begins the wind with a 1-0, and this one right down the pipe for strike 1. Another right-handed batter here for Albert Lee. The 1-1. Not sure where that Ball missed there for ball 2. Looking very hittable from up here, but a 2-1 count with 2 down, nobody on, and Steinmeier watches a pitch go above the letters for ball 3, so a hitter's count here as the Lakers look to get something going here with 2 down. The 3-1, missing low and away, ball 4. Not missing too bad there, but it's going to be the second walk given up by Dante Glover, as we'll go right to the number 9 hitter playing second base tonight, usually a catcher and third baseman, number 6, Trey Rogers, here at the bottom of the Lakers order. We got 2 outs with Steinmeier on at first, and the right-handed Rogers steps up to the plate. First pitch of the at-bat, and right by Rogers for strike 1. Glover now going from the stretch. Steinmeier increases the lead at first. That pitch looks to be just a hair inside for ball 1. Counts even a 1-1 as Rogers lays off another pitch for ball 2. Glover going to have to work hard here for his third out. As he's behind in the count, 2 balls, 1 strike. Fourth pitch of the at-bat, and this one swung on and popped up the other way as Mason races towards it. And it goes into the batting cage in right field, foul. Nevertheless, it'll be a long strike, too, so Glover gets back to even the count. Deuce is on the scoreboard. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 down here. Top half inning number 2. Two from the stretch. Rides high and away for ball 3. Steinmeier just takes a few hard steps off of first. No attempted steal, but he will be heading for second here with 2 down and a full count. As Glover pitches. Another hard pass on a good spot from Glover. And another ball 4.
Left fielder number 16, Preston Godfrey.
Not sure where these pitches are missing, but especially with 2 strikes, the Lakers have gotten a lot of freebies here right out of the gates. So now with 2 down, we got runners at second and first. Back to the top of the order with Preston Godfrey as the first pitch, and Godfrey's popped up. The wind just going to shove this right out of the park over the backstop, foul ball. So Glover quickly working ahead once again, 0-1. Second pitch. Godfrey popped up once again. It's going to stay in the infield. Drift in foul play, and Boggs can't make the grab for the third and final out of the inning. Just off the end of his mitt. These Laker hitters really got 9 lives at the plate tonight. After Boggs drops the pop-up for out number 3, we got no balls, 2 strikes here to Godfrey. Glover still going from the stretch. The 0-2, and he gets him down swinging, strike 3. We'll go to the bottom half of inning number 2. Lakers once again leave 2 runners stranded. No hits, 2 walks here. Bandits coming to bat here from Memorial Park. Bandits coming to bat in the middle of their order. 4, 5, 6 due up. With the cleanup hitter Ivan Melendez leading things off for the Bandits. Aaron Cowboy Mason with a lone hit in the bottom of the first. On the first pitch he saw all day, ripping it right back out the middle to center. Stole second and got picked off on a stolen base attempt to third.
Leading off for the Bandits, designated hitter number 34, Ivan Melendez.
So once again, Ivan Melendez coming up to bat. Had a truly standout spring at Odessa College. The 6'3", 240-pound infielder with a .411 batting average, 17 home runs, 70 runs batted in, and 52 runs scored. As the first pitch tries to get the timing down, but he holds off on ball one. Nobody on, nobody out here to the cleanup hitter Melendez as Maravich goes from the windup, and he rips this one to deep right field as Davidson races back. And he's going to make the grab on the run. Nice catch for out number one from the right fielder, Levi Davidson.
Next to bat for the Bandits, left fielder number 8, Abel Pena.
A 2-pitch out there to retire Melendez, and will now go to Abel Pena. A left-handed batter out of left field. Wearing number 8. Abel Pena, 344 hitter so far this summer. Watches the first pitch just outside for ball one. He has one of the 7 team home runs so far through 3 weeks. Here's the 1-0 from Maravich, and Pena going to hold off on an outside fastball for strike one. The 1-1 as Pena rips this one towards short. Huska backhands and gets the throw to McKeon in time for out number 2.
Next bat for the Bandits, third baseman number 18, Tommy Tomito Reyes Cruz.
Once again, 2 batters, 2 outs. And we'll go to the third baseman, Tommy Reyes Cruz. Going to turn his summer around here, batting 6th tonight, playing third base. Got 2 down here, nobody on. First pitch, takes this one the other way. It's going to get caught up in the jet stream. And an easy catch by Godfrey for out number 3. As once again, Maravich retires this side in order. We'll go to the top half of inning number 3. Still scoreless from Memorial Park. You're listening to Bandits Baseball. After 2 complete innings here from Bancroft, we've only seen 2 base hits and no runs scored from either Albert Lee or Bancroft thus far. Meanwhile, in the bottom half of inning number 3 from Carroll, the Merchants lead the Whitecaps of Storm Lake 3-0. Two, 3, 4 due up for the Lakers here in the top of the third with Sam Huska. Over 1 with a backwards K back in the first. First pitch he watches for strike 1. Glover looking to paint the outside corners to the Lakers here tonight as he works in the windup with an 0-1. This one rides the chalk outside for ball 1. 1-1 as Glover still going from the windup. I think he might have slipped up on the mound on that one. So nevertheless, Glover holds off on the third pitch of the at-bat. As it looks like that might be a balk for ball 2. Glover box with nobody on here, and a 2-1, and this one skips in the dirt and goes past Boggs to the backstop for ball 3. The 3-1 to Huska. Gets him swinging on an outside pitch. Pops this one way out of play, foul ball. So we're back to a full count here to Sam Huska to lead things off for Albert Lee here in the first, and he rips this one through the 5-6 hole for a base hit. The second one for the Albert Lee here. He leads off the top of the third with a single into left. So with Huska on first, we'll go to the center fielder, Brad Morris, 1 for 1. The lone other Albert Lee hit with a single to right back in the first. So Morris steps in with Huska on first. Glover going from the stretch. Nobody out. Squares to bunt, and this one goes foul towards the first base side. Strike 1. Late bunt showed Morris almost gets this one down. Takes a bandit hop. The other side of the first base line. Holds off on an inside fastball for ball 1. Count evens up 1-1 here. Glover comes set. He kicks and fires, and this one in the dirt, and Boggs can't knock it down. Goes the backstop and ball 2. Huska takes second. The 2-1 count here to Morris as Huska leads off second. Tries to show bunt, pulls back on ball 3. The 3-1 on the way to Morris, and he pops this one up to shallow center field. And it's going to fall down for Morris's second single of the day. He's now 2 for 2. So 2 shallow for Torres, and it rides just past Daniel Hernandez, racing towards shallow center. That falls right in between them for a base hit. So with that, we now got a force at every bag here with runners on first and second. Jacob McKeon steps in with a strikeout back in the first. First pitch on the way. Nice spot right there outside for strike 1. Still nobody out here with 2 Laker base runners on first and second. Glover going to have to get himself out of yet another jam, and a late swing and a miss. McKeon somehow just gets a piece of it on a foul ball for strike 2. Glover quickly working ahead of McKeon once again. 0-2. Yotsu from the stretch. Another foul ball. comes set with the 0-2. Fourth pitch of the at-bat, and off-speed, rides. A throw down to first. He's not going to connect with Galindo on that one. Ball one. Morris still safe at first. The count now 1 ball, 2 strikes. Glover from the stretch. And the pitch. Missing low and inside, ball 2. There's the 2-2, and McKeon once again. Another foul ball. All these Laker batters getting deep in the counts here tonight. Fending off a lot of Dante Glover's 2-strike pitches. Count is still 2-2. Somehow missing inside for ball 3. The full count, and McKeon once again fouling off another pitch. Not overpowering, but just outlasting here early on. Nobody out. Runners on first and second. And McKeon draws another 8-pitch at bat. The 3-2. And a curveball missing inside in the dirt. Ball 4. Another walk given up by Glover, and that will load the bases up here with nobody out here in the top of the third. Following a quick mound visit from Jacob Van Vactor, we'll go right into the 5-hitter Levi Davidson here. As the Lakers are looking to break the scoreless tie here in the top half of the third inning. First and third. In on the grass, middle infielder's back. Lakers looking to crack the scoreboard first here. We see a right-hander, Austin Atwood, getting loose in the Bancroft bullpen. First pitch, grounded. Hernandez going to step on second. The throw from first, dropped by Galindo. RBI, fielder's choice from Davidson, and Albert Lee's going to strike first with Sam Huska coming in to score. With one down here.
Next bat for the Lakers.
We'll have runners at the corners with Morris at third. And Davidson reaching base by a fielder's choice. Going to Austin Portner with the ground out back in the second. With 2 runners on, first pitch. Just fouls it off a Boggs, strike 1. Oh, 1 count here for Portner as runners are at the corners. Almost turning 2, but it looks like Hernandez and Ross might have had a little miscommunication on that one. And Hernandez just spiked the throw to Galindo. He couldn't make the grab for out number 2 as a shallow pop-up to left center. And Ross can't make the grab, but they'll get the runner out at second. But another Albert Lee run will score following another Bancroft defensive miscue.
Next to bat for the Lakers, catcher number 26, Jacob Kaiser.
And despite the 3-1 performance in week 3, once again, Bancroft has stuttered out of the gates. Once again against Albert Lee, as Portner with an early steal. The throw from Boggs will not be in time. Not a bad attempt on that one, but Portner had a great jump to take second on that one. Call it an E6 and a fielder's choice. After Sean Ross failed to make the grab in shallow left center. So we have 2 outs here. Sloppy defensive play is going to give Albert Lee 2 runs here in the third. And a 1-0. A 2-0 count here to Kaiser. Portner on its second after a stolen base. And a Kaiser with a big swing and a miss here on the third pitch of the at-bat for strike 1. Glover has his pitch. And the 2-1 from the stretch, a slow off speed. Buckles Kaiser at the knees for strike 2. Glover only given up 1 solid base hit so far. And the defense behind him couldn't quite help him out. A pitch just missing outside for ball 3. Not a bad spot there for Boggs. Another full count here as Glover still trying to work for out number 3. There's the full count as Portner takes off for third, and a swing and a miss as Glover strikes out Kaiser for the second time in 2 innings. But it was a sloppy top of the third here for Bancroft as the Lakers are able to just get across 2 runs. The offense has got to get it figured out at the plate and fast. Going to the bottom of the third, Bancroft trails the Lakers of Albert Lee 2-0. You're listening to Bandits Baseball from Memorial Park. The bottom of the Bancroft order due up here. And the bottom of the third, 7-8-9, leading things off with the catcher, number 2, Tyler Boggs. The Bandits with yet another slow start here. First pitch bunts, and it goes right back to Maravich. And a 1-pitch out here to Tyler Boggs to lead off the third.
Shortstop number 12, Sean "The Rock" Ross.
Go right into the shortstop, Sean Ross. One out, nobody on. Here's the first pitch of the at-bat, and a swing and a miss from Ross. Strike 1. Wind up from the 0-1 and a curveball just going to drift outside for ball one. The 1-1. I'll give Maravich that pitch there for strike two. Looked a little low and away from up here, but a 1-2 count here to Ross. As Maravich feeds him a fastball upstairs. Swung on and missed. Strike three.
Next bat for the Bandits. First baseman, number 3, Julian Baby Jules Galindo.
Another 2 easy outs here for Drew Maravich with nobody on, and we'll go into Julian Galindo. And the first pitch popped up in the infield as Austin Porter makes the grab, and the Bancroft Bandits struggling early on here to get any offense going off of Drew Maravich. Scoreboard reads Albert Lee 2, Bancroft 0 going into the top of the fourth. You're listening to Bandits Baseball from Memorial Park. Oh, the third inning played in favor of Albert Lee as they were able to play 2 runs in the top of the third. We'll go here in the top of the fourth. 8-9 top 2 up as Steinmeier rips this one towards short. Ross knocks it down and makes a nice play to cap off the throw at first. 4 out number 1. Sam Steinmeier rips a hot shot on a first pitch fastball right at Sean Ross, and he'll take it the rest of the way on a 6-3 putout. 1 down, nobody on for the second baseman, Trey Rogers, as he finally steps into the box here. Glover still working hard, trying to hit his spots with 1 out here and a first pitch off speed. Gets away low and inside, ball 1. With the 1-0, and Rogers just gets a piece of it. Out of play, foul. Not a whole lot of life from the Bandits here out of the gates. They're going to have to get something going here where the top of the order due up with Aaron Mason with a lone Bancroft hit to lead things off here in the bottom of the fourth. Third pitch of the at-bat skips in the dirt as Rogers dances out of the way for ball 2. And he'll work ahead, 2 balls to 1 strike. We still see a right-hander, Austin Atwood, warming up in the Bandits bullpen. After the third ball from Glover, we might be seeing a change coming up soon. The 3-1 from the windup as Rogers draws a 1-out walk here.
Next bat for the Lakers. Left fielder, number 16, Preston Godfrey.
So with that, Kieran heads out to the mound, and it looks like we got a pitching change. Indeed, it's the right-hander, number 23, Austin Atwood, coming in with 1 down here in the fourth. We'll come right back. You're listening to Bandits Baseball.
Austin Wild.
So coming fresh off of a player of the game performance in his third appearance against Fort Dodge, we got a right-hander, Austin the Wild Thing Atwood. A reliever out of Alcorn State, the first time Albert Lee going to see him. And the first pitch, just getting a piece of it. Godfrey flicks this one to the backstop. Strike one, as all three of Austin Atwood's performances coming so far against the Fort Dodge Gypsum Miners has a 1-0 record. No runs given up through 8 1/3 innings pitched, only 5 hits, and a whopping 15 strikeouts. So with that, the second pitch just misses outside for ball one. So with the strong reliever coming in now for Bancroft, we're going to need to see some offensive support and fast. As another foul ball heads to the left side, Reyes Cruz will make the grab on the run for out number 2 on the third pitch of the at-bat to Preston Godfrey.
Shortstop number 22, Sam Huska.
So with 2 down and a runner on first, we'll go into the second hitter in the lineup for Albert Lee, Sam Huska. Number 22 playing shortstop here tonight. 1 for 2 so far with a strikeout in the first, a single, and a run scored just this past inning in the top of the third. First pitch of the at-bat just above the letters for ball one. As Atwood looks to get the Bandits out of the fourth here. The 1-0 to Huska. Nice pitch as Atwood paints the corner there for strike one. Atwood still going from the stretch in the 1-1. Slider, and it just drifts outside ball two. Good movement on the pitch, but missing outside there. Huska heading the count, 2 balls to 1 strike. And this one hit to deep right center. And it's going to be down past Mason. He's got to come up throwing, and Rogers going to score all the way from first base on an RBI double from Sam Huska. Second straight hit for Huska, and this time he scores a runner, Trey Rogers.
Center fielder number 19, Brad Morris.
This one hit the other way, and it rides along the grain of the wind to deep right center. And an RBI double for Albert Lee as they add 1 more to their lead now. Bancroft trailing 3-0. With 2 down and Huska on second, will now go to the center fielder, Brad Morris. 2 for 2 with a run scored thus far. Half of Albert Lee's 4 hits. So Atwood going to have to quickly recuperate here as he goes from the 0-1. Swung on, ripped towards Ross, and it takes a nice bounce for him. And he caps off with a good throw to first for out number 3 on a 6-3 put out to Brad Morris. Lakers score 1 more run on 2 base hits as we need the bats to wake up here in the middle of the 4th inning. Albert Lee 3, Bancroft 0. You're listening to Bandits Baseball from Memorial Park. Mason, Hernandez, and Torres due up for the Bandits here in the top of the fourth. Mason 1 for 1 with the lone Bancroft hit thus far. First pitch, and he just slaps it the other way, foul. Mason with a single and a stolen base back in the first. But an early takeoff for third cost him as he was picked off by Maravich. The 0-1 here. Second pitch curveball missing below the knees for ball one. Mason now with 14 hits and 36 at-bats. Doing a solid job as the leadoff hitter for the Bandits so far here this summer. Batted third in the lineup last summer. The only returning Bancroft Bandit so far in the 2019 summer. And he's holding his own in a highly competitive league. A 3-1, and he pops up the other way. McKeon races towards it, and he can't make the grab on the run. Second opportunity here for Mason to get on base. Maravich goes from the windup, and Mason this time, it'll pay off. 2 at-bats, and he has both of the Bancroft Bandits hits thus far. As once again, Aaron Cowboy Mason's in at first with another single.
Second baseman, number 22, Daniel Hernandez.
0 for 1 after sharply lining out to shortstop back in the first. Daniel Hernandez steps back in. First pitch of the at-bat from the stretch to Hernandez, and it's swung on and missed for strike one. So after a couple of hitless games from Hernandez, he's looking to get back on the right track here. Looks comfortable in the box. He leaves those hands low, but they are deathly quick. A quick pickoff attempt, not in time. Mason slides back safely in at first. An 0-1 count at the plate. Nobody out. Mason on at first. The 0-1 from Maravich as he kicks and fires, and this one going to miss upstairs, ball one. So Kieran giving a sign from the third base box. Bandits have got to feed off another leadoff single from Mason. And this one sharply hit, but just getting around it as it drifts foul down the left field line. A line drive for strike two. Another 1-2 count here to Daniel Hernandez. Getting his second at-bat here in the bottom of the fourth. Bandits need to quickly get on the scoreboard. Here's the 1-2. Hernandez fends off another pitch with 2 strikes. Foul. The count still 1 ball, 2 strikes. Maravich kicks and fires. This one misses in the dirt. And a good block from Jacob Kaiser behind the dish. I'll even up the count here. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody out. Mason on at first. The 6th pitch of the at-bat on the way. And Hernandez. Good 2-strike approach there once again. Fouling off another pitch. Count still 2-2 here. And Hernandez goes downstairs as this one will once again die in the wind on a routine fly out there for Hernandez for out number 1.
Next to bat for the Bandits, center fielder number 4, Adrian Torres.
Roger Hernandez flies out to center. Will go into Adrian Torres. He also flew out to center back in the first. And Adrian Torres, once again, a solid start to his summer, 379. We're still waiting for him to really get into a pitch and knock one out of the park after a 12 home run season this past spring at NMJC. Kaiser fools nobody with that frame job for ball 1, missing high and inside. A 1-0 count here, 1 down, runner on first. Maravich still going from the stretch. Here's the 1-0. This one missing low and outside, ball 2. And a hitter's count here to Adrian Torres. Let's see what he does with it here. Steps back in, looking for a pitch to drive. Stretch from the 2-0. And Torres lays off an off speed for strike 1. Two balls, 1 strike here. Fourth pitch of the at-bat, and Torres just gets the tip of the bat on an outside pitch for strike 2. Maravich quickly evens up the count here, 2 balls to 2 strikes. And Torres rips this one back up the middle, and it's going to be down for a single. And Mason slides safely into second. With 2 strikes, Torres, a nice 2-strike approach there. Rips this one right back into center with a line drive single. But now with 2 runners on first and second. 1 down, we have Ivan Melendez. First batted ball from him. Drifted to deep right field and foul territory, and Davidson made a nice grab on the run to put away Melendez. With 1 down here, and he lays off the first pitch for ball 1. So Melendez now looking to translate into his 2019 summer season here for Bancroft. Tonight, his debut, a right-handed batter out of Odessa College in El Paso, Texas. Another El Paso recruit, a real pipeline for Coach Kieran this summer. The 1-0 count. Missing low and away in the dirt for ball 2. So the Bandits look to keep on adding here. With 1 down, they're able to get 2 base hits from Aaron Mason and Adrian Torres. Melendez looks to add here. A 2-0 count. Maravich from the stretch. And Melendez rips this one towards short, and Huska just makes the grab backhanded. And he's going to get Mason at third, so Melendez reaches base on first on a fielder's choice.
Next bat for the Bandits, left fielder number 8.
A sharply hit ball. And Huska just makes the grab, covering the 5-6 hole. Good play at short. So the Bandits now down to 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th, where they will Pena up at the plate. First pitch of the at-bat, and rides the chalk outside for ball 1. The 1-0 to Pena, just behind a fastball, but he made solid contact. But it rides out of play, foul, strike 1. We'll once again play Albert Lee tomorrow night at Hike Field. And we'll see none other than right-handed star pitcher Niall Ball get the start on the road for 9 innings tomorrow night, Saturday night in Albert Lee. The 1-1 count to Abel Pena and swung on and missed. Once again, just behind the pitch for strike 2. Maravich looking to retire the Bandits once again here in the bottom of the 4th. The 1-2, and Pena with a dribbler, just foul over at first base. Still a 1-2 count after another foul ball from Pena. Looking to keep the Bandits' offensive hopes alive here in the bottom of the 4th. As Maravich kicks and fires with a 1-2. Another line drive foul the other way. It's a solid at-bat thus far for Pena, but he's looking to execute here with 2 strikes and 2 down. A 1-2. Just missing outside for ball 2. The 2-2 from the stretch. Another foul ball from Pena as he continues to defend the plate here with 2 strikes. Got another marathon of an at-bat here. Pena drawing the 8th pitch of the at-bat on the way. Two down, here's the 2-2, and Pena rips this one towards first. And McKeon and Maravich make the connection at first for out number 3 as we go to the 5th. Bandits still held scoreless as Albert Lee holds on to a 3-0 lead. We played 4 complete from Memorial Park. You're listening to Bandits Baseball. So Jacob McKeon goes down swing for out number 1. Welcome back to Memorial Park. Sorry for the long break there. And a first pitch strike to Levi Davidson as Austin Atwood's starting to get comfortable on the rubber here. Coming in relief just this past inning for Dante Glover. Giving up 2 runs, striking out 4 Laker batters. 3 and a third inning pitched. So after the strikeout to lead off Jacob McKeon, we got 1 down, nobody on for Levi Davidson here in the top half of inning number 5. Scoreboard still reads 3-0 in favor of Albert Lee. Another ball missing high for ball 2. And a 2-1 count here, 1 down, nobody on. As Atwood gets his pitch from the windup. Nice slider there in there for strike 2. Evens up the count here, 2 balls to 2 strikes. And he goes from the windup. The pitch, and Davidson pops up the other way. Pena on the run and tracks it down, makes the grab for out number 2.
Next bat for the Lakers. Third baseman number 13, the beer batter, Austin Partner.
So the beer batter hoping to draw a reaction here from the Bancroft crowd tonight. Not having a whole lot to cheer for once again as we trail Albert Lee 3-0. Unfair to say, once again, pretty sloppy play. First pitch almost getting Portner on the jersey for ball 1. Atwood still rifling from the windup. And the 1-0 and a slider in there for strike 1. A nasty pitch that Atwood likes to throw often. That'll leave it up to count 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 down. And the pitch, and Portner hits this one to deep left field as Pena makes the grab over the shoulder. My word, a web gem grab for out number 3. When you see the outfielder turn and run like that, it's usually not a good sign, and out of nowhere he pulls that grab to put away the Lakers in 3 batters here. No runs on no hits, no runners left on base in the middle of the 5th inning. Hopefully that's the spark the Bandits need to get things going at the plate here. Scoreboard still reads Albert Lee 3, Bancroft 0. You're listening to Bandits Baseball from Memorial Park. Go right to the left-handed batter, Tommy Reyes-Cruz. 6, 7, 8 due up for Bancroft here in the bottom of the 5th. First pitch from Maravich, riding high and outside, ball 1. Cruz 0 for 1 thus far. Looking to get things started for the Bandits, but he's just going to get a piece of that pitch fouled straight back. Evening up the count here, 1 ball to 1 strike. 1-1 on the way from the windup, and Cruz just flicks this the other way, and Portner contorts around to make the grab for out number 1 and another pop out.
Catcher number 2, Tyler Boggs.
Bandits continue to struggle at the plate here. Just about halfway through this game virtually, and just nothing playing in favor of Bancroft. Once again, coming out flat for yet another start of a game. With 1 down, we go to the catcher, Tyler Boggs. Fouling off a pitch towards the parking lot on the first pitch, strike 1. Maravich begins the wind on the 0-1, and a curveball hung in there for strike 2. The 0-2 on the way, and Boggs goes the other way, and it gets past the first baseman, McKeon. Boggs takes off for second. McKeon comes up throwing, and the throw is in time. Boggs thrown out at second.
Next to bat for the Bandits, shortstop number 12, John "The Rock" Ross.
First pitch off speed to Ross for strike 1. Ross fouling the second pitch out of play. Oh, 2 fastball right down the pipe to sit down Ross for his second strikeout in the game. Bandits once again retired in order. Of all pitchers, it's Drew Maravich who has Bancroft's number. 3-0 going into the top of the 6th. You're listening to Bandits Baseball. We've played 5 complete from Bancroft as the Bandits yet once again get retired in order, courtesy of Drew Maravich. At the top of the 6th, a first pitch slider just missing there to Jacob Kaiser. Ball 1. Second pitch of the at-bat, and Kaiser just throws the back shoulder at it. The umpire calls strike 1. 1-1 count as Austin Atwood goes from the windup. A check swing, somehow holding off for ball 2. crisp fastball missing high and inside for ball 3. A 3-1 count here to Kaiser. Gets him chasing upstairs with a big swing and a miss for strike 2. So Atwood going from a full count here. Nobody on, nobody out as we're here with the leadoff batter in the top of the 6th. 7, 8, 9. The bottom of the Albert Lee order due up. And Kaiser offers at that one. Atwood sits him down, strike 3.
Next to bat for the Lakers, designated hitter number 15, Sam Stein.
Now go to the DH and the 8th hitter, number 15, Sam Steinmeier. Reaching base once, back into second by a walk, 0 for 1 otherwise. After a hard ground out to short back in the 4th. First pitch, and it's just a slow dribbler back to the mound as Atwood, with a 1 pitch out number 2.
Next bat for the Lakers.
Still looking to do good work here in the 6th. 2 down here to the 9-hitter, Trey Rogers, as he watches strike 1 go by on a slider. Nice pitch there from Atwood, 0-1 with 2 down. Second pitch, he rifles a fastball down the pipe for strike 2. Atwood looking to put the Lakers away in order once again. The second straight inning here as he begins the wind on the 0-2. And this one gets away from him high and away, ball 1. It's the pitch taken the other way, but it's going to drift foul. Well batted ball from Rogers. Wind carries it out of the park, foul. The 1-2 from the windup. Rogers with a chopper towards third. Cruz on the run. And the throw goes by Galindo. And Rogers reaches base safely by an error.
Next to bat for the Lakers, left fielder number 16, Preston Godfrey.
Still 2 outs as sloppy miscues continue to plague Bancroft's chances in the start of Week 4 action here in the Pioneer season of 2019. But on 2 pitches, we're going to say Godfrey holds off on that one for ball 1. 1-1 count, 2 down. Rogers reaching base for the 3rd consecutive time. 0 for 1 with 2 walks, a run scored, and an error. This one ripped to right center. And on the run, Torres can't make the grab. There'll be a 2-out single for Preston Godfrey.
Next to bat for the Lakers, shortstop number 22, Sam Huska.
So Huska went down looking back in the 1st, but since then, he's found a groove, getting a single back in the 3rd with a run scored and an RBI double back in the 4th. Lakers have 3 runs scored on 5 hits. Bandits no runs on 4 base hits. First pitch slider in there for strike 1 on Huska as we have 2 runners on, still 2 down. Bandits continue to limp through tonight's contest. Atwood from the stretch in the 0-1. Another slider, strike 2. 2 pitches, 2 strikes as Atwood looking to retire Huska himself. Atwood comes set from the stretch, fires the 0-2, just missing in the dirt for ball 1. As Huska looks to defend the plate, holds off on the pitch, but anticipated it nicely. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 down. 2 runners on first and second. Here in the top half inning, number 6, the pitch. Huska just fends it off the other way, foul. And that pitch will sit down. Huska looking. Strike 3. Good slider there from Austin Atwood. As we'll now go to the bottom half of inning number 6. Albert Lee still clutching to a 3-0 lead over your Bancroft Bandits. Time to wake up the bats here from Memorial Park. Austin Atwood has 3 strikeouts through 3 innings pitched here tonight for Bancroft. So once again, another solid outing from the right-hander. Here at the bottom of the 6th, leading things off with Julian Galindo. As the Bandits look to attack a 3-0 lead, and the first pitch driven to deep left field, and it's down at extra bases. Julian Galindo leads things off with a stand-up double. First pitch swung on in, driven to deep left center. Just gets this one when the wind dies down enough. The Bandits looking to finally get the bats woken up here. With nobody out, Galindo's in scoring position at second. First pitch to Mason, and he gets him chasing in the dirt. Swung on and missed, strike 1. So Maravich still going from the stretch here as he works ahead of Cowboy. 0-1 in the count, nobody out. From the stretch. And a good frame job from Kaiser to assist on strike 2. As Mason watches the off speed here on an 0-2 count. Third pitch of the at-bat. That was an easy hold off on that ball. So Mason's still alive, ball 1. He's not out of the woods yet. 1 ball, 2 strikes, nobody out. The Bandits need to get on the scoreboard and fast. Time's not on their side here in the bottom of the 6th. 1-2 from the stretch. Below the knees, ball 2. So Mason now gets back to even the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes. It's 2 for 2 so far with a pair of singles. Here's the pitch. Mason going the other way once again. But it's going to be caught on the run. Davidson comes up with a big throw to third, not in time. As Galindo takes third on a sac fly from Mason. But it will be out number 1 as he now moves into scoring position at third. Just 90 feet away from the first Bandits run of the game. Will now go to Daniel Hernandez following the fly out to right. Hernandez 0 for 2 thus far. Needs to get back on the right track at the plate, and he could do so in a big way here by getting the Bandits on the scoreboard. With 1 out, a ground ball back up the middle. Rogers, breezy with a throw to first. RBI ground out for out number 2. 1 run scores for the Bandits here in the bottom half of inning number 6. Two down, nobody on with Adrian Torres. Scoreboard now reads Albert Lee 3, Bancroft 1. 1-0 count to Torres. Slider from Maravich in there for strike 1. A 1-1. Fastball outside part of the zone for strike 2. The 2-2 with 2 down and a slow off speed. Missing for ball 3. Full count here with 2 down, and Torres rips this one down the line to deep right. The wind pushes it way out of play, foul. But a well-batted ball on the full count from Maravich. Count still full. Still 2 down. And nobody on here to Torres. Just a pitch. And a fastball low and off the plate. Called for strike 3. The Bandits get on the scoreboard for the first time of the game here, thanks to a leadoff double from Galindo and an RBI ground out from Daniel Hernandez. Going into the top of the 7th, it's Albert Lee 3, Bancroft 1. You're listening to Bandits Baseball. The heart of the Lakers lineup due up to lead off the 7-3-4-5 with Brad Morris in. First pitch grounded over to the left side. Ross makes the grab and the throw in time. Nice play from short for out number 1.
First baseman number 30, Jacob McKeon.
Go right into the cleanup hitter, Jacob McKeon. 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts thus far, reaching base once back in the third by a walk. And the first pitch swung on in. Hernandez can't make the grab on the dive. Almost another great catch, but it just gets past Hernandez's outstretched glove and into right for a single. A greasy single at that with 1 out. As McKeon safely in at first, we'll bring up the left-handed fifth hitter and right fielder, number 8, Levi Davidson. And Hernandez slow to get back to position at second.
Right fielder number 8, Levi Davidson.
Looks like he'll keep trying to play here with 1 down. McKeon on at first. Davidson finally stepping in. Atwood going back from the stretch now. Only thrown 2 pitches so far here in the 7th. 1 out and 1 single for the Lakers. This pitch grounded the right side. Galindo throws to second in time. Atwood only 3 pitches so far, and it'll be a fielder's choice for the second out as Davidson just trades places at first base with Jacob McKeon. Will now go to Austin Portner. So far tonight's beer batter not striking out at all. Reaching base by a deep fly out, a ground out, and reaching base by an error. Also has a stolen base. 2 down, Davidson leads off first. Atwood going from the stretch. He comes set. First pitch of the at-bat. Fastball above the letters, ball 1. Atwood with a quick picked over attempt. Not in time. Davidson safely at first. Atwood still from the stretch. A 1-2 count. Another pick over. It's a first, not in time. A quick flick of the hips from Atwood on the rubber, just not in time as Davidson slowly getting off first. Count still 1-0, and this time, not sure how he's called safe on that one. He dances well off the plate, and Atwood with great awareness picks him off and somehow safe at first. Atwood still trying to get Davidson out at first, and another safe attempt. Davidson calls time for himself at first base. Count still 1-0. Still 2 down, only Davidson on at first. And finally the 1-0 pitch from the stretch, a slider missing low and away for ball 2. (2-0) from Atwood, and this pitch popped up to straightaway center. Drifting towards right center, Hernandez. Fools everybody in that one as Torres comes away with the grab for out number 3. And we'll finally go to the bottom of the 7th. Lakers still lead the Bandits 3-1. From Memorial Park, you're listening to Bandits Baseball. Played 6.5 so far from Memorial Park as the Lakers still clutching to a 3-1 lead. The Bandits were able to score 1 run back in the bottom of the 6th. Just an inning ago, thanks to a double from Galindo. And a sac fly from Mason and an RBI ground out. Rom Hernandez brought him home for the first run of the game for Bancroft. As the first pitch is low and away for ball 1 to the cleanup hitter, Ivan Melendez. A 1-0 and a grounder towards the Laker dugout, foul. Melendez 0 for 2 thus far, but a very hard 0 for 2. Davidson had to make a grab out and right like a wide receiver catching a pass. And a hard ground out through the 5-6 hole. That's Sam Huska made a nice play. Third pitch of the at-bat in the dirt for ball 2. So now we got a 2-1 count. Nobody on, nobody out as the cleanup hitter Ivan Melendez leads off the Bandits. And the bottom of the 7th, still 3 more innings and opportunities for the Bandits to come from behind here tonight. The 2-1, a fastball. Backs Melendez off the plate for strike 2. A 2-2 count from the wind. This one low and away, inside in the dirt for ball 3. Melendez draws a full count. So Maravich steps off the rubber, quickly back on. Full count here. The pitch, and Melendez shatters the bat. And the ball goes right to the shortstop, Sam Huska, to complete the play for out number 1.
Next to bat for the Bandits, left fielder number 8, Abel Pena.
Stepping in 0 for 2 is Abel Pena with 1 down. First pitch low and inside for ball 1. Second pitch of the at-bat, 1-0, riding high and outside for ball 2. And a pitch off the plate called for strike 1. And a 2-1 count here, 1 down, nobody on base. This pitch riding in the other box outside for ball 3. Pena looking for his first trip on base here tonight. 3-1 from the windup from Maravich. Gets a big swing and a miss on a changeup for strike 2. So Maravich, for the second straight batter, works the count full. With 1 down and nobody on here to Abel Pena. The 3-2. Off speed, just off the plate for ball 4.
Next to bat for the Bandits, third baseman number 18, Tommy Tomito Reyes Cruz.
Gut check time for the Bandits here with 1 down. Pena getting a free 90 on balls. The Bandits still need to erase a 2-run deficit as a first pitch fastball off the plate called for strike 1. You could literally see Kaiser drifting side to side on that one. First pitch called strike. The 0-1 on the way. Cruz holds off on one, dying in the dirt for ball 1. Perhaps the long delay of off days for the Bandits might have created some rust. They've been slow all night here. 1-1 count, 1 down, and Cruz popped up once again as Porter makes an easy grab in foul territory for out number 2.
Next to bat for the Bandits, catcher number 2, Tyler Boggs.
With 2 down and Pena still stranded at first, we'll go to the catcher, number 2, Tyler Boggs, hitting 7th tonight. 1 for 2 thus far. He had a single to right, but decided to try and take second base on a play where McKeon was just a couple of feet away from the ball, as this one stroked to center, and it will be a can of corn grab out in center field for out number 3. Pena just standing on second with 2 down. We'll go to the 8th inning here. Albert Lee still holding on firmly to a 3-1 lead over your Bancroft Bandits. You're listening to Bandits Baseball, heading to the 8th inning. Still 3-1 ball game here as the Lakers lead your Bandits by a 2-run margin here in the top half of inning number 8. As the bottom half of the order due up once again for the Lakers, 7-8-9. Austin Atwood still holding the Lakers to 3 straight scoreless innings, and the second pitch of the at-bat swung on and missed on a fastball to Jacob Kaiser. Strike 1 on a 1-1 count here. 1-1 to Kaiser, another fastball. Fouled out of play for strike 2. The 1-2 on the way, fastball sits him down looking. Strike 3 to Kaiser. Jacob Kaiser 0 for 4, 4 strikeouts.
Next to bat for the Lakers, designated hitter number 15, Sam Steinmeier.
That'll go right into the designated hitter number 15, Sam Steinmeier. With 1 down here, nobody on to the DH, Steinmeier, as Atwood still going from the windup. Fastball, not a bad spot there, just missing for ball 1. The 1-0 and a swing and a miss from Steinmeier for strike 1. One ball, 1 strike, 1 down here in the top of the 8th. Atwood from the wind, slider, just chopped foul towards the Laker dugout. Lakers doing a good job taking advantage of all the Bandits' mistakes in the field tonight, scoring 3 runs on 5 base hits and a pair of Bandit defensive errors. Bandits only 1 run on 5 base hits. That pitch just above the letters for ball 2. As Atwood still coming set from the windup. There's the 2-2. Fastball inside part of the plate. See you later. 2 straight backwards Ks for Austin Atwood here in the top of the 8th.
Second baseman, number 6, Trey Rogers.
2 down here. We'll go to the second baseman, Trey Rogers. Reaching base 3 consecutive times, but he's 0 for 1. 2 walks, 1 run scored, and reaching base by a throwing error. 2 down here, still nobody on as Atwood going from the windup. First pitch slider in there for strike 1. The 0-1 as Atwood goes from the wind, and fastball above the letters, ball 1. The 1-1 on the way. Slider past Rogers for strike number 2. Atwood could strike out the side in order here. Begins his wind with a 1-2. He fires. Slider. Somehow missing for ball 2. Not sure where that one missed. Boggs didn't even have to move for that one. Deuces across the scoreboard here. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down. Nobody on base for Albert Lee. And he gets him down swinging. Boggs has to make the throw. Good morning, good afternoon, good night as Atwood strikes out the side here in the top of the 8th. After 7.5 at Memorial Park, the Bandits need to wake up the bats and fast. Only 2 more opportunities. Going to the bottom half of inning number 8, it's Albert Lee 3, Bancroft 1. You're listening to Bandits Baseball. We'll have a pinch hitter as Lance Russell. And finally come back into play here for a pinch hit opportunity. Looks like he's going to be coming in for Sean Ross as he's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. Lance Russell, as I listed off his stats before the game, a .538 batting average, 14 hits in 26 at-bats. But it's no easy task to come in on a pinch hit, and Drew Maravich holding the Bandits cold tonight. So it's Lakers 3, Bandits 1. Gut check time for Bancroft. We'll go with Lance Russell to lead things off for the Bandits as he has been the man at the plate so far for Bancroft in the first 3 weeks of the summer. Lance Russell, a future commit to the University of New Mexico. And a first pitch from Maravich in the dirt, ball 1. A 1-0 as Russell, sharp ground ball the other way, but Rogers there to make the grab for out number 1.
Next bat for the Bandits, first baseman, number 3, Julian Baby Jules Galindo.
First pitch to Julian Galindo in the dirt for 1 ball. Galindo 1 for 2 as he was able to get things going for Bancroft just a couple of innings ago with a double to deep left center, and he scored the lone Bandits run thus far. Hitting 9th tonight despite with an average of well over 300. as Galindo with 10 base hits and just 29 at-bats. Here's the 3-0 to Galindo. Fastball low and inside for ball 4. As Galindo past 2 at-bats, doing a good job getting on base. We'll go right back to the top of the order with Aaron Cowboy Mason. The original leadoff hitter for Bancroft due up. 2 for 3 thus far, but it looks like we might have a pitching change with our right-hander coming in for Albert Lee. Looks like number 11 might be coming in for a defensive substitution as Carter Aids comes in to play third. And it looks like we got Jordan Portner coming from third to do some relief pitching for Albert Lee here with 1 down in the bottom of the 8th. So Austin Portner, will be doing the pitching for Albert Lee now after another solid outing from Drew Maravich. You're listening to Bandits Baseball. We'll be right back. So Austin Portner now into pitch for the Lakers in relief. With 1 down, we have Julian Galindo on first after drawing a 4-pitch walk. Scoreboard still reads Albert Lee out in front of Bancroft 3-1. We're back to the top of the order with Aaron Cowboy Mason up at the plate. Portner going from the stretch here. First pitch of the at-bat, a fastball above the letters for ball 1. Here in the bottom half of inning number 8. Time is dwindling for the Bandits, but never say never. A 1-0 count here to Mason, a pick over. So first, not in time. Galindo slides back safely. A 1-0 count to Mason. From the stretch, he holds off on a crisp fastball for strike 1. Count evens up at 1-1 with 1 down. The pitch, Mason goes upstairs and just gets a piece of it foul for strike 2. A 1-2 count here to Cowboy Mason. Portner comes set from the stretch. 1-2 on the way, and Mason grounds this one towards third. Aids makes the throw to second. In time for out number 2 as Mason reaches base for the 3rd time tonight on a fielder's choice.
Back for the Bandits, second baseman number 22, Daniel Hernandez.
So we'll now go to Daniel Hernandez, 0 for 3 thus far with 1 RBI. Back in the 6th on a ground out. First pitch to Hernandez, and he lays off a fastball over the outside part of the plate for strike one. And here's the 0-1 from Portner. Hernandez gets popped up. And Rogers makes the grab at second for out number 3 as the Bandits get retired once again, leaving one runner scored on one walk and no base hits. We'll go to the 9th and final inning of regulation here from Memorial Park. Albert Lee still on top, 3-1. So now the defense as Daniel Hernandez moves over to short and Miko Soto in the game at second as Ross comes out in favor of a pinch hit of Lance Russell. So now Soto, just a clean defensive substitution. We're back to the top of the order with Albert Lee up at the plate. And we've seen 4 straight scoreless innings, courtesy of Austin Atwood. So you got to commend the work that he's been doing on the mound once again. The Bandits only have 3 more outs at the plate to erase a 2-run deficit, and so far they've come out flat for the 8 complete innings. Second pitch, dying quail below the knees for ball 1. Update from Merchants Park in Carroll as the Carroll Merchants lead the Storm Lake Whitecaps a whopping margin of 13-6. A lot of offense over there tonight, and not a whole lot over here. Only 3-1 for Albert Lee. 1-1 count, and Godfrey holds off on a slider. Looked good towards the end there, but it misses for ball 2. A 2-1 count, and this one ripped sharply down the line and right, but it drifts well foul. And a long strike 2 for Preston Godfrey. Standing in 1 for 3, reaching base by a single and a walk. Pitch from Atwood, and he pops him up the other way as Pena races down the line, makes the grab in foul territory for out number 3. Out number 1, excuse me. That was kind of a mistake on my part there. 1 down here in the bottom of the 9th. I caught that one. Thank you. We're open for another quick 2 outs here in the top of the 9th. I still got 2 more hitters, and now standing in the number 2 hitter in the order, Sam Huska. As Atwood letting out a grunt on the fastball for strike 1. An intense pitcher now sitting in the low 90-mile-per-hour range on that fastball. Second pitch, and Huska throws the end of the bat out of hand, drives it down the line and right. He's going to easily take second base. And a 1-out stand-up double for Sam Huska. That's his 2nd double and 3rd hit on the day.
Next bat for the Lakers, center fielder #19, Brad Morris.
So with 1 down, and Atwood not out of the woods yet, giving up. Another hit here to Sam Huska. That's his third on the day. First pitch of the at-bat to the number 3 hitter, Brad Morris, in there for strike one. Standing in 2 for 4, a pair of singles and a run scored. Grounding out to short the other 2 times. An 0-1 count, 1 down. Huska in scoring position at second. Gets looked back by Atwood. The 0-1 from Atwood, and a shallow fly ball to center. Caught on the run by Torres. Bermuda triangle right there, almost falling. But Torres finally comes in to make the grab for out number 2. Go to the cleanup hitter, Jacob McKeon. 1 for 3 with a single and a walk. First pitch of the at-bat, a slider outside in the dirt for ball 1. A 1-0 count here. Atwood going from the stretch. Second pitch, slider. Gets McKeon just backing off the plate. Missing inside for ball 2. Looks like they're just going to put McKeon on an intentional walk to try to get a force out at the bags. So we now got runners on first and second for Levi Davidson. So not a bad call there for Bancroft. Got a force out at all 3 bags and only 2 down. And Levi Davidson standing in 0 for 4. First pitch of the at-bat, a fastball. Rocketed in there, and Davidson just getting a piece of it. Tip to the backstop, strike 1 on a foul ball. A 1 count here. Atwood from the stretch. Fastball. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Atwood looking to put the Lakers away for their 5th straight scoreless inning. Here in the 9th with an 0-2 count, 2 down. 2 runners on base. Atwood has his pitch. From the stretch. Could have sworn that fastball crossed the outside part of the plate, missing for ball 1. A 1-2 count. Same spot for ball 2. Two slider and just flicked out of play, foul. Davidson somehow still alive in the count here. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down. Runners at first and second. 6th pitch of the at-bat, and that time he gets him swinging. Another strikeout from Austin Atwood. Another 7 strikeout performance from Austin Atwood. Last chance for the Bandits to erase a 2-run deficit. And we have 3, 4, 5 due up for Bancroft here in the bottom half of inning number 9. Scoreboard still reads Albert Lee 3, Bancroft 1. You're listening to Bandits Baseball from Memorial Park. Bandits trail the Lakers here in the bottom of the ninth inning, 3-1. Adrian Torres due up for the Bandits. First pitch, fastball at the neck for ball one. Bandits only one run on 5 base hits this game. A 1-0 count. This time just a hair low for ball two. Torres still at the plate, ready to hit here. Portner going from the windup. The 2-0. This one finds its way in the zone for strike one. Torres takes strike one there. And a 2-1 count here from Austin Portner. From the windup. Grounded to the right side. Huska trips up. Torres will not beat the throw on a bang-bang play. Throw from Huska just in time for out number one. Powerful Ivan Melendez still waiting to make a splash here for Bancroft, standing in 0 for 3. 2 hard outs and a shattered bat. Ground out his last time up. Fastball in the dirt for ball one. Bandits down to their final 2 outs. Portner going from the wind. A 1-0 fastball over the heart of the plate for strike one. Looks like the Bandits taking the approach to take 1 strike. Get the timing down here. 1-1 driven to deep left field, and this one's down. Looks like he's just going to round first for a 1-out single. And Ivan Melendez buys his first base hit as a Bandit. He's now standing in 1 for 4. So we'll go to Abel Pena, the left fielder now. He reached base by a full count walk back in the 7th. Every at-bat from here on out is huge as Portner now going from the stretch with Melendez on at first. First pitch high for ball one. Pena 0 for 2, reaching base by a walk. 4th at-bat of the day, looking for his first base hit. 1 down. Off speed from Portner, just going to ride outside for ball two. We got Bobby Galindo stepping in on deck. Pinch hitting for Tommy Reyes Cruz. The 2-0 count here to Pena. The pitch swung on and fouled straight back for strike one. So it looks like that's not the approach for every hitter to take strike one. So a 2-0 count and a big swing from Pena. But he only gets a piece of it for a foul ball. Still ahead in the count, 2 balls to 1 strike here. Abel Pena for his 4th at-bat. Portner in relief for Maravich. He kicks and fires the 2-1. Pena lets a fastball go by on the inside part of the zone for strike 2. Big 2-strike approach needed here for Pena. Something positive. Portner comes set with the 2-2. Swung on and popped up out of play. Foul. The Bandits dugout trying to keep the hopes alive here. On a cold, windy night in late June. Portner comes set. The 2-2. And Pena drives this one to deep right field, but Davidson will make the grab for out number 2. Looked good off the bat. Not far enough.
Number 35, Bobby Chancho Galindo.
So now coming in to pinch hit for Reyes Cruz will be Bobby Galindo. Second in the team in RBIs with 8. Batting average below 250, but nevertheless, he is a very powerful hitter for the Bandits, and he has come up before in clutch situations. Hoping for the best here as the Bandits down to their final out. First pitch from Galindo, somehow finding the zone for strike one. So Galindo's first at-bat here tonight. I mean, a pinch hit, usually a typical starter, either at first or catcher. A tough, gritty player, the 0-1. And this one high and away, ball one. The 1-1 from Portner. Swung on right back to the mound. Portner will take it to first for out number 3. And Albert Lee holds on to a 3-1 victory over the Bancroft Bandits. Following another 4-day no games period, the Bancroft Bandits come out rusty. I'd like to thank you for tuning in to tonight's broadcast. We'll be back on the air tomorrow night at 6:45 from Hike Field, as the Bandits hopefully are able to take one from the Lakers, as that's the second game they've dropped in a row. And a second game in a row that starting pitcher Drew Maravich picks up the victory. Final score from Memorial Park, Lakers 3, Bandits 1. Thank you for tuning in.